Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy GLOhan here. Today I got another tutorial for you guys. This is an updated version of my mastering tutorial. I changed up things quite a bit, so I just want to get into it and show you guys what I did and what's different. Um, so on my old tutorial, I know I helped out a lot of people. I'm very thankful for you guys' feedback. I'm very thankful for you guys viewing the video. I appreciate it, and I'm very glad to have helped you guys. But over the past couple weeks, I was, thinking like, okay, since I changed my mastering style up, thinking this is kind of insufficient now, so I need to do a new one. And I got hit up today by some guy on SoundCloud, and he messaged me. He was like, "Yeah, I followed the mastering tutorial. It did help, but when I use the Fruity limiter, it degrades the quality of my music." So I said, I'm gonna do a tutorial on that. So as promised, I'm doing it today. Um, so basically, I'm gonna show you guys what I got rid of. So I got rid of the Fruity limiter and the sound godizer. I think that was all I was. I think that's what I used in the last one. Um, the volume lower EQ, still have that. The sweeping EQ, I still have that. Um, the um, the plus EQ, I still have that, and the 30 hertz plus 18k hertz cut, which I don't do the 40 hertz cut anymore. I do the 30 hertz one. Um, and Maximus is at the bottom. I'm gonna get into that in a second. So first things first, I'm gonna explain to you guys. I really need to put Spitfish on my vocals real quick. Hold on. This has nothing to do with the tutorial. But what this plugin does is it gets rid of S noises. So, all right, so yeah, it's pretty faded away. It still sounds fucking annoying, but yeah, fuck it. All right, that has nothing to do with the tutorial. My bad. Back to it. So yeah, so this is a very important tip. Um, you want to make sure that your main compressor. So last time, I had Fruity Limiter, Sound Godizer, Maximus, all that shit on there. Just use one main compressor this time. That's really all you need is one main compressor. And the best one is Maximus because it allows you so much dynamics. You can mess with the lows, the mids, the highs, and the master. So always put your main compressor at the last FX slot, no matter what. What this does is it picks up all of the effects that you put before that. See, if you put the Maximus on top and the love filter below it, when the love filter kicks in, the volume levels will peak because Maximus didn't pick it up. However, you have the Maximus at the bottom. It will pick up everything, including the EQs. If you've ever noticed you had a limiter at the top and then you're EQing the beat, but for some reason the volume levels are still peaking. That's why, because the limiter should be below the EQs and all the other FX. So that's just a good tip. You're going to be mastering your beats. You always want to make sure that, you know, your shit is together. You want to make sure that the main compressor is at the bottom. So that's just the first little tip. I'm gonna play a section of the beat so you guys can hear what I'm working on. This is uploaded to my YouTube channel. It's called Cyber. All right, and also one thing to note, I'm using the audio settings. The device is called FL Studio ASIO, and basically I don't know why, but their main volume is always compressed. So up here in the VU meter right here, the peak meter doesn't peak, but over here in the master on the mixer, you can see that it does peak into red. So it sounds compressed, but I guess when you export it, it won't. And the reason why I'm using this sound card is because it's all Windows 10 lets me record. If I switch to my audio interface, Windows 10 won't even let me record. So yeah, that. um, Now we're gonna get into what I did. I'm gonna switch to the main pattern here. And my voice is gonna get a little low after this point. So basically, the first one, like always, the volume lower EQ. So that's the first parametric EQ you're gonna put in there. You're just gonna name it volume. And to name them, it's a middle mouse click, and also to move your FX up and down, switch the slots is to the little scrolling button in the middle of the mouse. If you have a laptop, which I'm using, but I have a mouse connected, I have no clue how to do it. So yeah, but definitely get a mouse. The next one, sweeping. Basically, what you do is you're gonna go up here. You're gonna turn each of these colored knobs into the diamond shapes, and then you're going to take away all the bandwidth, which is right here, the BW. Take away every bit of bandwidth from the from each of them. And once that's done, once the bandwidth is gone, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take each number up, swipe them across until you find a frequency that you don't like, and then you're going to slightly tune that down. Usually this is for vocals, but I like to do it for beats also to make it clear. Now, I'm not gonna do it over again because I mean, I'm pretty sure that was in my other mastering tutorial. So that is called minusing. And the next one is basically you're gonna find frequencies that you do like. You're not gonna change any of the colored knobs. You're just gonna turn whatever you hear that you like up. So that's called plus. So and for the cut, I put a 30 hertz plus 18K hertz cut, which I think on my last tutorial I put a 40 hertz cut, which is not good because that's like the maximum cut. You feel me? I mean, some people have different ranges of hearing, so you don't always want to cut at the max. So it is 30 hertz. 18 hertz. All right. Now Maximus, we're gonna get into that in a second. Now, once I'm gonna unmute everything except for the Maximus, my voice is going to get a lot lower. So now I gotta get closer to the computer. Hold on. All right. So now, basically, I cleaned up the sound so that it doesn't peak past 0, and it might, but that's only because the minus, plus, and cut. Now, when I upload a beat for sale on the website that I use, beatstars.com, it allows you to upload the version that the buyer will get when they buy first. So that version will always be with everything taken off except for the volume lower. I always keep the volume lowered. So you guys can hear that it does not peak. And that's the version that I sell to artists. I keep my only one tag on it, and when I sell it, they get that as an instant download, either WAV or MP3. Now, when I want to master the track as a preview of what you get, I put all these on, and last thing but not least, the Maximus, which I'm going to redo for you guys because the way I do my Maximus now is totally different. And like I said, I got rid of Sound Godizer and Limiter. All right, so, and shout out to Busyworks Beats because he kind of gave me most of the tips that I use for the Maximus now. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to listen to the beat. And now, basically, we're going to, and I'm damn near screaming because my voice is so low right now. But okay, yeah, basically what we're going to do is we're going to press this little circle right here. And that's going to allow you to see the spectrum. So basically what you're going to do now is you're going to press solo. When you press solo, go to low over here. And you just want to find, you want to only single out the kick and the bass. So how you do that? You're going to use this knob to do that. So I'm going to show you. So go to low. All right, so that's about where the kick and the bass is only. So you can't really hear any other sounds. Now, for the mids, I'm gonna solo that again. You're gonna try and find out where the hi-hats, where the highs of the hi-hats stop, where you can't hear them anymore. So you're gonna use this knob here. Solo. About right there. So you can only hear the mids of the hi-hat. You can't really hear the scratching noises. So now you're just gonna check out high real quick, see how that sounds. So it sounds about right. What you're going to do now is you're going to get the volume levels to not peak. And how do you do that? Because what we're going to do at the end is we're going to change the main gain. So you go here to this purple knob called pre-gain. What you want to do is you want to turn it slightly. And look, before I do this, I want you guys to see there's this little bar up here that I'm pointing to right now that tells you the number of whatever you're controlling is. If it's a knob or like anything, it tells you the number. So you want to move the pre-gain to the left just a little bit till you get to negative 0.1 decibels, which is 0.99. You want to release it there. You want to copy it and paste it on each of these dots, these two dots right here. Then you want to go to mid, paste it on the pre-gain, paste it on the two dots. High, paste it on the gain, paste it on the two dots. You're gonna barely notice it. Then for the master, you don't want to paste it on the pre-gain, just paste it on the two dots. And what this does is going to compress the beat. It's gonna make sure that it's not gonna matter how loud it gets, it will never peak. So now that you did that, what you want to do now is you want to go back to solo. And well, first off, your lows, you're always going to set your lows, your bass, your kicks to mono. So it's this right here. It's the stereo separation, just like on the mixer tracks, but except it's on Maximus. So this is stereo separation right here. You're going to always set your lows to mono. Now you're going to solo out the mids, and you're just going to kind of find it by ear where you would want them to be. So we're going to separate the stereos a bit. All right, so my ears were feeling 40% separated. That's what I felt it would be. It's always going to be different for each beat you do. So don't try to get in a specific spot. But for sure, low should be mono. Now high, I'm going to do that. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely feeling 70 for the high. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to master here. You're going to listen to the full thing. And usually what I do is I go to master and the pre-gain is what you want to switch up. That's going to be the main value. And usually by default, I always set my pre-gain to 7.2 decibels. I get it there directly. So it has to be 2.30. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's your preference. So it's 2.30 here. That's usually where I place my pre-gain. Or, that causes a lot of loss in dynamic range. So a good point would be 6 decibels, 2.0. Or if you don't want anything that's loud, you can always go to just 2.3 if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's all about how you feel about your music, how you want it to sound to other people. So yeah, that was the updated mastering tutorial. Hope you guys learned something new. Hope this helps out all you guys who recently viewed the mastering tutorial, because there's a couple faults in it. Done using limiter unless I'm doing vocals, and I'm definitely not using sound godizer anymore. So definitely watch the video. Well, if you got to this point, you already watched it. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for steady watching all my other videos, all the support. I appreciate it all, man. I'm out here grinding, and I got you guys to support me. So definitely something that I'm blessed with, very grateful for. So yeah, man. Stay up. Peace.